Hello, this is Todd Cotta. Back about 10 months ago, Justin and I did an 11-day journey documenting the shooting industry in the northwestern part of the United States. This time, Justin and I have a dinner appointment with the California Rifle and Pistol Association on the USS Iowa in the port of Los Angeles. We figured why not make it an adventure. So early Saturday morning, we loaded up our motorcycles and set out from Central California to ride to Long Beach and then make our way back via the Mojave Desert. Rather than driving down I-5, we decided to take Highway 33 through the oil fields of Kern County and through the Los Padres National Forest on Highway 1. We drove through Ventura and Malibu trying to have lunch at the Santa Monica Pier. When we got there, we suddenly realized that was not for us. Looks like just per bike is going to be crazy.
30 bucks.
4 times the rate for RVs and buses, 6 times for a bus.
$48, yeah.
We got stuck on this off-ramp. We didn't want to be here. How do we get out? Right? All right, thank you. Well, for what it's worth, we saw it. We saw that it's a bunch of people, way too many for me.
Oh, yeah.
And for us to spend almost $40 to park 2 motorcycles, they can go kiss my ass. After getting out of that mess, I suggested we find an Olive Garden and ask Google where the nearest Olive Garden was. She told me it was on the very next exit, so we got off the 405 on Sepulveda at the Culver City Mall and enjoyed unlimited soup and salad and those awesome breadsticks for less than the parking fee for 1 bike at the Santa Monica Pier. Lunch was delicious. So as we're rolling into Long Beach here and by the USS Iowa, we come across the shipping yards, and oh my goodness, look at those cranes. You don't really understand until you're down here and you see it and how fast it goes way over that way. Amazing, just amazing how much shipping comes into the port of Los Angeles at Long Beach. Pretty wild. So we're almost to our destination now. We've had a pretty nice day going through Highway 33 all the way to Highway 1 and then through Ventura and through Malibu. Lots of nice cars in Malibu and lots of people. We tried to go to the Santa Monica Pier, but it would cost us $30 to park our bikes, and we ate for less than that when we went to Olive Garden. So just a few more minutes, we're going to be pulling up at the USS Iowa. All right, here it is, the USS Iowa. We're going to head back over to our hotel, get set up for tonight's dinner, and then we are going to head back to here for our tour at right about 4 o'clock. Neat boat. Really neat boat. I can't wait to learn more about this battleship. Although Justin was quick to remind me that this isn't the oldest ship in the fleet. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Well, I'm not talking about wood ships. I'm talking about steel ships. Besides those guns! Holy crap! At 4 p.m., we were treated to a self-tour of the USS Iowa and really enjoyed ourselves. Then we attended the regional dinner for the California Rifle and Pistol Association. It was a grand event under the barrels of the rear guns of the ship. It was a great night for all. Well, we are about 7 miles out of Mojave. We're going to stop and get some gas here, but now we are in the high desert of California. Had a nice little time down in Santa Monica and San Pedro last couple days. I will tell you that USS Iowa, the Iowa class ship that's docked down there in San Pedro, is something you need to go see. You get to walk through most of the levels of the boat on the tour, and they have videos playing and all the different things that are happening with the boat. You know, the history of the boat.
the thing that ship amazed me was the amount of crew. First of all, three presidents were on that ship. Roosevelt, who they had to take across the ocean for some treaties, had his own bathtub, his own quarters. They made a presidential suite on that ship, and it's still there. It's pretty cool. Big bathtub. And then there was another president, Reagan, went on that boat. And then after the accident with turret number 2, George Herbert Walker Bush went on that ship. So 3 different standing presidents have been on that ship, which is pretty darn wicked. Also, the amount of crew on that ship was pretty incredible also. 151 officers and 2,400 crew members manned that ship. I can't imagine having to feed, having to take care of medical, dental, just haircuts for 2,500 people on one boat. And the boat wasn't that big. I mean, it's big, don't get me wrong, but not enough for a small city. Well, we're rolling into Mojave Desert right now. You can see the big plane yards and all the different boneyards for the planes over here to our right. We're going to be getting some fuel there and heading up to Red Rock Canyon and finding our campsite for tonight, where it's just before noon, and it's been a good time so far. Okay, this is Abbott Drive, Red Rock Canyon. We're looking at going back to the Ricardo campground. Very, very cool. Lots of iron out here, it looks like. But what a beautiful place. A lot of Joshua tree stuff here. Some cactus and shrubs, and the structures are pretty cool. Our campsite is actually right up against this wall over here. Right straight ahead of us now. And very, very neat part of the world right here in Red Rock Canyon, California State Park.
Hello and welcome to King's Guns TV.
Hold on, let me get that. Okay, there we go. Open it up. You did it already.
Oh yeah, that was a perfect intro, I think. Welcome to King's Gun Center, and the whole thing falls down.
All right, guys. Hey, we're here because we are on our 3-day trip.
Yep.
We had to go to the CRPA dinner last night over on the USS Iowa, and that was pretty cool. Got to see the where 2,500 GIs lived.
Oh man, what a tight fit.
I couldn't fit in those bunks if I tried. Just too long. But right before we left, there was a little post that we put up on Facebook. You'd put up wanting to see if we could get one of these, and it happens that one of our suppliers that supplies all the lighting for our store, Jason, gets on there and says, "I got them." Well, can we borrow one? And they said absolutely we could. So this is the Goal Zero 400. Our goal was to get this thing fully charged before we left, and we did that. And we were going to touch a charger with this thing until we get home 3 days later.
Right.
The only time we charged our phone on our bikes is when we were riding, but every night we kept on this, and we had to charge our batteries for the cameras. We had to charge our helmets with this thing. And tonight we're going to be lighting up our campground with some LED light strips.
Yep.
With this thing.
My tent has built-in LEDs as well. I'm gonna try and run off this.
Good. So far, we've ran it for 2 days now. One night, yesterday, and then overnight, and then today we've been running it, charging our stuff since we got camped here at the Red Rock Canyon. And it's still on full power.
Yeah, it still shows 100%. I've charged my phone almost twice on it.
Yeah, I've charged mine twice. I've charged our helmets now twice on it. And now we're charging our camera batteries with it. And it hasn't come off a full yet. So, I mean, literally, I believe that if we would have gone on our trip, when we did our trip last year to Seattle and then across to Missoula, Montana, if we could have had this with us, we could have dry camped, or we could have camped out every night and still had all of our cameras charged, still had all of our over an 11-day period.
Yeah, I think so as well. It'll be interesting to see once it does start to show some power usage, if it drops off quick or.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to get that out of this trip. I really believe that this is as good as it gets when it comes to traveling for light electronics.
Yeah.
Maybe even small coolers.
Yeah.
You know, the little ice chests that have the coolers on them. I bet that.
Especially if you pair the solar panel kit with it.
Yeah, you can put solar panels in series with this too, and you plug it into the solar panel area here, and it keeps it going even longer throughout the day, or to get you through the night.
Yeah.
I will say though that 3 panels on this thing would probably take 2 full days to get it fully charged, 2 full summer days to get it charged. But if you're using it overnight and you don't need all the power overnight, then you got plenty of power overnight and then back in the day again. Well, it took us just about 3.5-4 minutes to get the food ready to hydrate.
Right.
And 5 minutes later, I've got chicken and mashed potatoes, and you got chicken and dumplings.
Yep.
Pretty good stuff. And hey, what are we having for dessert here?
Got a couple options that I prepared up.
Prepared yourself.
Yep.
Cheesecake bites, right here.
And ice cream.
Oh, good. All right, and now an update on our
Yeti 400 from
Yeti
Goal Zero.
4 from Goal Zero is that we finally went to 80% after 2 days. We charged both of our cameras with it. We charged our phones 3 or 4 times with it now.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your Kindle on there also.
Yep.
We put our we've been testing some lights, and just a little bit when the sun goes down, we're going to have some lights on this thing too. We're going to have a little just a little shrine or something here. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yes, I'm ready for my chicken and mashed potatoes and chicken and dumplings.
Yep.
Let's have a good dinner. As the sun went down at Red Rock Canyon, we decided to pull out our cameras for some low-light shots of our campsite and bikes. Justin gave me a few pointers on how to take awesome photos. We played with lights and shutters and came out with some pretty amazing shots of our bikes and the scenery at Red Rock Canyon. I am sure the other campers were wondering about the flashes and the red and blue and green lights and our chatter about how much fun we were having.
Well, we're wrapping up our journey here at Red Rock Canyon Park in California. What a great night. And what a very, very cool place to go. It's just north of Mojave, about 30 minutes, and to come camp here is quite the experience. The facilities aren't that great, at least not as good as Colston Park we did last year on the Salmon River, right, Justin?
Yeah, I would say it's about average for a regular state-run campground.
So this toilet wasn't photo-worthy, is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Well, it was a great night. Some nice people we met in the park there. Once again, the Mountain House food was fantastic, and I really love my Helinox. Is it the Sunsetter is what they call it?
Yeah, the sunset chair.
Yeah, what a great chair, and just had a nice night. And, hey guys, the park has Wi-Fi. I got a chance to watch Netflix last night while the sun was down, and that was kind of fun to do while camping. I know, but
You're going to discourage a bunch of people from going now.
no, they don't have to turn their Wi-Fi on. They don't have to turn it on. But you know, when I have to get email and stuff from my office, it's nice to be able to keep up with stuff. You know?
Nope.
Okay, you're right. Anyway, what a good night and a great place to stay at the Red Rock Canyon State Park on Highway 14 in Southern California.
Each time I go on one of these motorcycle journeys, it always amazes me how much we miss when we rush to our destinations. I have never seen Coyama Valley or the Los Padres National Forest, Santa Monica Pier, or Malibu. I have never been to California City, and when I was a small child, I did have a chance to go to Red Rock Canyon. When we tour on our motorcycles, locals always seem to be curious about our travels. As we close this chapter, we want to thank the California Rifle and Pistol Association for inviting us to their awesome event on the USS Iowa. Jason Frank at Medallion Supply in Hanford for allowing us to demo the Goal Zero Yeti 400. As always, this is King's Gun Center TV, and we do want to thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed our little adventure.